This is TechCrunch. Google's testing a vibe coding app called Opal. I'm Imran Sheikh, and happy weekend, everybody. It's time for your Daily Crunch for Saturday. Lyft's going to add autonomous shuttles made by Austrian manufacturer Benteler Group to its network in late 2026, the company announced on Friday. The shuttles will be deployed in partnership with U.S. cities and airports, according to Lyft, but could expand out from there if things go well. The partnership will let Lyft use urban electric shuttles made by Benteler's mobility division under the Holon brand. Now, these shuttles aren't going to have a steering wheel or pedals, and they're going to feature inward-facing seats for up to 9 seated and 6 standing passengers, according to Bloomberg News, which first reported the Benteler partnership on Friday. The tie-ups come amid a flurry of announcements from Lyft's main rival, Uber, which has recently added robo-taxis from Waymo and WeRide in various cities around the world. And Uber's not slouching around here either, because it's also working on adding robo-taxis from Baidu, Pony AI, Momenta, May Mobility, Volkswagen, and Wave, and just last week announced a deal with Nuro and Lucid Motors. Google suspended the account of phone surveillance operator CatWatchful, which was using the tech giant's servers to host and operate the monitoring software. Tisk, 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 CatWatchful. Google's move to shut down the spyware operation comes a month after TechCrunch alerted the technology giant the operator was hosting the operation on Firebase, one of Google's developer platforms. Now, CatWatchful relied on Firebase to host and store vast amounts of data stolen from thousands of phones compromised by its spyware. When asked by TechCrunch, Google would not say why it took a month to investigate and suspend the operation's Firebase account. The company's own terms of use broadly prohibit its customers from hosting malicious software or spyware operations on its platforms. So, what gives, Google? On the bright side, as of Friday, CatWatchful is no longer functioning, nor does it appear to transmit or receive data, according to a network traffic analysis of the spyware carried out by yours truly at TechCrunch. And don't let the cutesy, pet-evoking name fool you, because CatWatchful was an Android-specific spyware that presented itself as a child monitoring app, undetectable to the user. Much like other phone spyware apps, CatWatchful required its customers to physically install it on a person's phone, which usually requires prior knowledge of their passcode. These monitoring apps are often called stalkerware or spouseware for their propensity to be used for non-consensual surveillance of spouses and romantic partners, which, hopefully you don't need to be told, is super illegal. AI-powered coding tools have become so popular over the past few months that almost every major tech company is either using one or making its own. Makers of these so-called vibe coding tools are a hot commodity at the moment, with startups like Lovable and Cursor fending off buyers and investors keen to tap a hot trend. Not want to miss out on trends? Google's now become the latest to hop on this bandwagon. The company is testing a vibe coding tool called Opal, available to users in the U.S. through Google Labs, which the company uses as a base to experiment with new tech. Opal lets you create mini web apps using text prompts, or you can remix existing apps available in a gallery. All users have to do is enter a description of the app they want to make, and the tool will then use different Google models to do so. Now, once the app's ready, you can navigate into an editor panel to see the visual workflow of input, output, and generation steps. You can click on each workflow step to look at the prompt that dictates the process and edit it if you need to. You can also manually add steps from Opal's toolbar. Opal also lets users publish their new app on the web and share the link with others to test out using their own Google accounts. Google's AI Studio already lets developers build apps using prompts, but Opal's visual workflow indicates the company likely wants to target a wider audience. The company joins a long list of competitors, including Canva, Figma, and Replit, that are making tools to encourage non-technical people to create prototypes of apps without having to do any coding. And we'll wrap up there and save the startup news for Monday. And so that's your Daily Crunch. Today's stories were reported by Ivan Mehta, Sean O'Kane, and more beautiful, lovely TechCrunch journalists. We'll see you here next week, and until then, find us vibing out, coding or otherwise, at TechCrunch.com.